What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday and welcome back to your favorite dysfunctional podcast, Brunch with DESB. I'm your host, Des, also known as DESB, and I've be doing this for 5 fucking years. Still trying to figure out every week, you know what I mean? So welcome back. And first and foremost, happy Dia de las Madres. Happy Day of the Mothers. Okay? Happy Dias de Madres. Day the Mothers. Mothers of the day. Superb mothers. Happy Mother's Day. However you are a mom, okay? Happy day to you. And I don't want to piss people off immediately at the start of this episode. I mean, less than 30 seconds in, but I do have to say, if you're an animal mom, this isn't your day, okay? And I say that very lightly because I understand that there are people out there who are unable to be a mom right now, or they're trying very hard, or they're going through everything. And so it's not to take away from those people who might find identity in being an animal mother, okay? I'm talking about you weirdos out there who simply are like, oh, this is my child. This isn't your day, okay? This is about the women who have become a mother in whatever aspect. It might be adoption. It could be surrogacy. It could be from said hoo-ha. It could be cut out of thy stomach. Whatever way you became a mom, or guardianship, maybe you took guardianship and you're now that person's mom. Happy fucking Dia de las Madres. I almost said more at those. Day of the Dead, no. I mean, we might as well be, but no, okay? Happy Mother's Day. As you just heard that intro and you now see me, you're probably like, what is going on? But that is the intro that I was laughing at and recorded last week. Remember when I thought it was Mother's Day? Yeah. Hey, that's me. It's me. It's me in the future. So I'm actually wearing my Pookie sweatshirt today. Yes, I bought it. Yes, I fucking bought it. Okay. Pookie and Jet. Okay. They own this company. They created this company called Quintessential Love, right? Kind of a crazy name just because it's really long. However, I love it. And when this sweatshirt came back in stock, I really wanted her pajamas, like the teddy bear pajamas, but they were out of stock. So the sweatshirt was still in stock. And I'm like, you know what? I wanted this sweatshirt. I love that varsity look, right? Do I really need to be giving multimillionaires more money? Right? I think that's a question we all ask all the time. Buying from Skims, right? Oh, cool. So I'm just going to make Kim K richer. Of course, So anyways, I did support, I would say support the small business, but they're not a small business, right? No offense, Pookie and Jet are not a small business, okay? But I supported, okay? I support and I stand. Honestly, I do stand. And let me be very honest. This is the first time I've put this sweatshirt on. When I tell you it wears like I've washed it 50 times in the most best possible way ever to describe how a sweatshirt feels. When you've washed one so much that it's just your go-to. You're always putting it on because it's that comfortable. Literally, that's this sweatshirt. I'm not lying. I saw someone, I think in her comment section, talk about how comfy this sweatshirt is. I was like, oh yeah, suck her ass. I get it. No. For real, this sweatshirt's so comfortable. And I tried to look for a tag on it, what the brand was, but they actually have it branded inside with a really pretty logo that says Quintessential Love. So this is sourced from somewhere. And let me tell you, whatever tariffs they're paying on this shit, worth it because it is so comfortable. Anyways, enough about a dumb fucking sweatshirt. Hope you guys are having a beautiful Mother's Day thus far. I'm excited to just kind of talk a little bit about motherhood today and my journey through it, and especially now being a mom of 3 and all the things. There are plenty of people with more kids than me. Let me just say that, okay? But I can only speak to obviously my experience, which is 3, right? But it has been a huge transitional phase, and I think everyone says it right. You have 1 kid, you have 1, you have 2, you have 2, you have 3, you have 5. 3 is really just that. It's a loop, okay? It's a alley-oop, and it's a loop that's never ending of why did I do this? Obviously not really. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful Mother's Day. And honestly, if you're listening to this on Mother's Day, I hope that you're alone. I hope you're undisturbed. I hope maybe you're at the gym or a spa. I hope you're driving somewhere solo without kids crying in the back. Okay. Like, this is your fucking day. And as much as Mother's Day, quote, even Father's Day is like this Hallmark holiday, I do think it's a really special time to commemorate our parents or our caregivers for a lot of sacrifice. And until genuinely, I say this with like no shittiness behind it, because there's plenty of people that decide not to have children, and that's 100% okay. Let me say that again, 100% okay. I don't give a fuck. It's your body, it's your choice, it's your life, it's your finances, it's everything is your choice. However, I will say this, the way you can appreciate your parents undeniably times 10 once you become a parent yourself. You know, like, it's once you become a parent, and as you even go through those stages of parenting period, you look at your parents and you're like, oh my God, we should be bowing down on these like Hallmark holidays. Like, it's a crazy awakening of, you know, seeing and being able to look through the lens of now a parent's eyes and look back at what your parents maybe told you or why you got in trouble for this, that, or the other. Now you're like, oh, I get it. And I'm thankful for that. Or, oh, you know, I would have done that differently. That's a whole different discussion too, is figuring out how your parents parented you versus how you want to parent, right? It doesn't mean your parents were bad parents, because, you know, you're who you are. Like, for me, like, I'm so grateful for who I am as a person, and I wouldn't be the person I am if it wasn't for how my parents parented me, right? So, you know, it's never like necessarily a bad thing. Now, there are plenty of people out there who are like, fuck my parents, they fucked me up, and I totally get that too. But I'm very grateful to have had awesome parents, and so, you know, I like to celebrate them on Mother's Day. For my mom this year, let's go through gifts. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I got for my mom and my sister specifically, because if you guys need gift ideas in the future, you can use these. Or, you know, Mother's Day, it's kind of that weird, like, ooh, what do I get? What's the budget, you know? So I bought my sister, I'm literally looking at it right now. It's from Birdify. It was on Amazon. It's a bird feeder camera. She is in her homestead era. Like my sister, she's just like my grandma, and she's really good with like plants and gardening and home decor and like aesthetic. Like, she's so good at that. And I'm not good at it. And I love that for her. Like, I wish I could be like her. She is a great mom. She's a great woman. And I love my sister dearly. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself in my seat. So anyways, I got her this, bird camera. And actually, if I download the app and my kids download the app, we can actually like watch the birds too. So it's kind of cool. You get up to like 6 guests or something. So I got her that, which if you have any bird lovers or like garden lovers, I thought that was a really unique gift. I didn't even think about it until I thought about like a bird feeder. And I remember a few weeks ago on my Facebook, someone in our hometown like posted a picture of a cardinal or something. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. My sister's always sending us photos outside the house. Look at this cardinal I saw today. Look at the blue jay, whatever. So that's what I got for my sister. And for my mom, I actually bought her a skylight photo frame. That's like one of those automatic like digital photo frames. My mom loves pictures. And she always tries to rotate them on her wall, you know, every couple years, like she gets new ones, whatever. But I wanted something that she could keep fresh all the time, right? As she gets new photos, as the kids grow up, and believe me, it happens so fast. I want her to be able to like plug and chug, you know, switch out these photos or add a new one. And so I really loved my gift choices this year. I thought they were perfect, and they were all under $100. And I thought that was like a fair, you know, I'm only buying for those 2 people, you know, besides some cards. And then I'm probably going to get one for my mother-in-law too. I still have time. I'm just kind of getting some stuff together. So yeah, fucking happy Mother's Day, bitch. Happy Mother's Day, ho. Weekly roundup. I mean, we had the Met Gala last week. That was really fun. I didn't really stay up to date as much as I usually do. Like I usually like review it much more. I look at best dress, worst dress. One person that comes to mind is what's his name? Barry Conaghan or whatever. Sabrina Carpenter's ex. He looked like a fucking loser. Okay, he looked like a fucking loser. If I could use the R word, it like, you know, like we did in 2007, like, oh, you're blank, I would use the R word on him, honestly. Like, you look dumb. You look stupid. You look like a clown. He looked terrible. I also think he's probably one of the ugliest guys I've ever saw. Like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm not the beholder of Barry's beauty. Like, let me tell you that. I think he is so ugly. The only time I ever gave him a second look was in Sabrina Carpenter's music video. for Please, Please, Please. And I was like, okay, like he's kind of looking good in this video. No, not anymore. Never. Okay. Speaking of Sabrina, she looked the best. I loved her little like tailored Bratz outfit. If I saw her in real life, I think I would be scared. Like she is so tiny. She is so whittle. Like she's whittly, so whittle. She's like a little Polly Pocket Bratz figurine. Didn't like her hair. It looked like super dry and like fried. Wasn't my favorite look. Off the top of my head, I really liked Doechie's outfit too. I loved the like tailored looks on the women. Zendaya slayed. Whoever is still fucking styling her is like eating it up. She never looks bad. Sydney Sweeney, I thought like looked horrible. And like Sydney's hot too. So like that was it. I was like, that's it, you know, whatever. And it made me wonder, like some of these celebrities that walk the carpet, I'm like, do they feel just as like, do they feel confident? Like, are they walking out like, oh, I look so hot? Or do some of them genuinely walk out and be like, I hate what this designer like put on me? Because it is art, right? The Met Gala is an artistic red carpet. And this year was actually blue with flowers. So it's not like this place where you pick the most extravagant dress and you look stunning. Like it's a visual event. And so when I saw Sydney Sweeney, I was like, it made me then wonder about some other people just being like, I wonder if they felt hot that night, you know, and if they did, like, that's awesome, you know, but I was just wondering. Rihanna also debuted another baby bump. Like, this was going to be her third baby. And I love that she is proudly carrying all of them. You know what I mean? Like, she is so proud in her baby bump. I love that she rocks that shit. And it's so funny. Like, this might be a hot take. We talk so highly of Rihanna, right? Like, we're like, Riri, we need new music. This is going to really piss some people off. Like, but like, what has she done? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. She has some bangers, but like, bro, I feel like we barely heard from her since like Ponde Replay. Like, her music, it just had a moment and like stopped. Like, it's crazy how much fandom she has for not, like, no offense, not really doing much, you know? But also, like, again, I love Rihanna. I'm not speaking ill of her. It's just like, she had a very, if you think about it, from now, since, you know, she kind of stepped in the scene, she had a really short musical career with the amount of music she pumped out. And she is still like just living off of it, which I love that for her. But like, oh my gosh, one of my favorite songs, so underrated, Firebomb. If you guys have never heard Firebomb by Rihanna, such an underrated pussy pop and bop. Like, if I ever want to get pumped up, I put that song on and it just transports me back to like high school. It is so good. So anyways, I'm not a Rihanna hater. Please don't take it that way. But I'm just like, everyone's like, we need new music. I'm like, at this point, no. Like, she's been long gone for a while. Like, what would she come and sing about? Like, she's good. She's doing Fenty Beauty. She's doing the beauty service in the industry like so well. Let her thrive. Same with like Selena Gomez. I mean, granted, she just thought she gave us new music, like whatever, but they're like succeeding in the beauty industry, which is super cool to see. So love that. So Met Gala, you know, was fun, whatever. We also had, I really want to still listen to this, but Chad Frankie, so this is Ruby Frankie's son. He went on The Squeeze, which I really love that podcast. If you guys have never listened to The Squeeze, it's with Taylor and Taylor Lautner. And I just love the conversations that they have and the guests that they have. They had on Gabby Petito's mom the other day, and I only got like probably 1/3 through the episode. But so far, I love the way that they conduct interviews. They just do really well. I love that aura. I love the energy. So I really want to listen to that. And if you guys listen to it before me, you know, let me know if it's good. So yeah, I'm excited to listen to that. No, not a lot of other like listens or anything. This week was really taken into storm by Handmaid's Tale and The Last of Us. So I'm going to get into like a few watches real quick, by the way. So like spoiler alert, because I will say there was a few of you that messaged me about when I did my watches of the week and I spoiled The Last of Us, and I felt so fucking horrible because I thought when I started like talking about it, that, like, people would like not listen, but then yeah, that was on me. And I feel so incredibly bad. I really do, because I fucking hate it when people spoil things for me, and I totally understand. And if that was you, I am so fucking sorry. Like, for real. I am so sorry. I was so embarrassed once I got 3 messages. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. So anyways, I'm sorry. So spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about some watches and I'm not holding back. Okay. So number 1, Handmaid's Tale. If you guys have never watched Handmaid's Tale, or I guess if you're listening right now, you probably have, because you would have skipped ahead for the spoilers, but we have the season finale coming on Tuesday. This past week was really a tee up into, like, you know, Serena's wedding. And you know what? Let me take it back for a second. I thought we were really, I feel like this season, we really lost focus of Hannah, which is fine. I don't really, at some point, do Luke and June really expect to get Hannah back? Like, she's so deep in Gilead. She grew up in Gilead. Like, try telling someone who grew up somewhere that, like, they don't know you from anything, that, like, you're just like their mom. Like, they don't know. Like, she was born and raised in this system. And so the thought of everything has kind of gone off Hannah, and have kind of leaned more into just destructing Gilead, period, right? So Lawrence is at risk for being on the wall. Nick totally fucked over June. The way my jaw fucking dropped on, well, it would have been 2 episodes ago, finding out that he ratted her out. And then everyone but Janine dying, Janine going to that pervert, Commander Bell. I mean, the storyline is just so, it really is so fantastic. I wish we had a little bit longer episodes. They seem pretty short, but hopefully, I'm so hopeful for this finale. I've never read the books by Margaret Atwood or whatever, so I have no clue how The Handmaid's Tale ends. Like, I have no clue. Therefore, I'm really excited. We also have in the works, I believe, a spin-off show. I don't even want to Google it. I'm not going to go in there because I don't want to have the ending ruined for me. But someone's going to die next episode, you know, and I so badly want to think like it's not June. I'm really scared, though, that June might die. Like, in that, you know, everything gets saved and things are crazy, but like that she sacrifices herself. And that pisses me off for a few different reasons. Number 1, June did nothing but fight. Fight. It's like, you deserve to make it out alive. She's bypassed death way too many times. And second, I think of her daughter, Nicole, specifically. And I feel like that's so unfair to Nicole, because even her mom, June's mom, is still in Alaska watching Nicole, you know, wondering if she's going to come back alive. Like, I just feel like that's so... I feel conflicted with my thoughts on, like, Hannah, June, Luke, and then, like, Nicole. So Nicole is this daughter that at the end of the day was born out of love, that June has the opportunity to be a mom to for her whole life. Okay. Hannah was taken from her, and I understand you can never heal that wound. But at some point, why are you risking your life for a daughter that, like, no offense, like, doesn't want to be your daughter anymore, doesn't even know that you're her mom, like, XYZ, I don't know. I can't even imagine being in that real situation. So, like, of course, I'm just talking about this in more of, like, a fictional way. But, like, what are your guys' thoughts? Like, if you're a June, like, are you still fighting as hard as she is? Like, I don't know. At some point, like, you just can't save everyone. And I feel like that's what June's operated out of for so long, which I understand. Like, but I just don't think that would be me. You know, June is such a special character for that reason. But anyway, so Lawrence is close to getting up on the wall, but he's finally in on this attack at Serena's wedding, which I think will be fucking crazy. This is where June, knowing Serena so deeply, is a benefit, right? Now, June gets to take these parts of Serena that I feel like Serena doesn't even know she does, you know, and she's using them against her. And so I'm so excited for this series finale. This is the last episode ever of Handmaid's Tale. And it's just been a really cool series to walk through. And I mean, Wyatt and I started watching this series right before we got married. So 2019. And so it's crazy to be here finally at the end in even a different part of our lives, but like watching this show finish up. It's really cool. My favorite part of this whole season so far, in relatively, but like my favorite part was at the end when she repeated like the Lord's Prayer, and then at the end she was like, and Lord, please give me the strength to kill these goddamn motherfuckers. And then it went to the song Barracuda. That was the coolest ending. It got me so excited for next week. I'm pumped. It's going to be a great episode. So next up we had The Last of Us, which was good. I would be very curious to see the viewing of that show since Joel died, for real, because I've kind of been like, okay, like he is such a main character. I cannot believe he died. Like, for real, viewership, I feel like had to have kind of gone down a little bit because no offense, like I could literally care less about the fucking show now. Like I have no fucking stake in this show. So Ellie and Dina are in Seattle, and basically like they're figuring out these different groups that are, you know, kind of working against each other. You have like the WLF, you have Fedra, and then you have are they called like the Siths or something? I don't know. They start with an S, I think. They all have these different symbols. So WLF and then this S, whatever, kind of are battling each other. It's like, think of like post-apocalyptic gangs. It's kind of the vibe that we're giving, right? So, they got themselves into some trouble, almost fucking died in the subway. Like, what did you guys think? There weren't zombies down there? Like, I'm so confused. Of course, there's every portion of a zombie in the subway, whatever. So they almost died. Anyway, so then Ellie, to protect Dina, sticks her arm out, gets, you know, quote, bit, obviously doesn't get infected, saves Dina. Dina's then, you know, pointing this gun at Ellie, like, I'm going to fucking kill you, which I totally understand. Like, I would, you know, do that too. But also, you have plenty enough time to kill her if she turns, right? Like, you visually in the show, you see them starting to turn. You would know when to do it, right? So to see her get bit and then immediately almost blow her head off is crazy. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, you have plenty of time to like say a goodbye even, right? So, you know, then Ellie was like, hey, trust me, like, let me sit over here, watch me, whatever. So, you know, Dina wakes up, her eyes are bloodshot, still holding the gun at her. And Ellie's like, see, like, dude, I'm fine. Like, it's hard to explain, but I'm not infected, right? Whatever. Now, this is where it got weird for me. So Ellie's like, I'm fine. And then Dina drops the gun, which I'm like, oh, cool. You know, probably going to hug her. Oh, thank God. No, like, she literally says, I'm pregnant. And then they lesbian fuck. What? So Dina tells Ellie, I'm pregnant. Obviously, it's not Ellie's, right? Ellie has a vagina. So she's pregnant with Jesse's baby. I'm pregnant. And then, like, fucks Ellie. What? Like, that was the weirdest. Like, did that turn you on? Like, I'm so confused. And so then we kind of fast forwarded, and Ellie, you know, asked her, she's like, why now? And Dina did say, you know, when I thought you were going to turn, you know, I pictured this future and you weren't in it. It made me sad. So I get it, right? But it was just a weird, like, I'm pregnant. Let's fuck. It's not yours. I just got raw dogged by Jesse and it's his, but like, I want you. Oh my God. It was like a weird dynamic. So then Ellie's like, I'm going to be a dad. And then it was interesting only because like her and Dina were talking like, we're going to be parents. We are, me and you, Ellie and Dina, right? And in my mind, I'm like, who's to say Jesse doesn't want to be this child's dad though? Like that's his baby, not Ellie's. You know, I don't know. It was just confusing me because I'm like, unless Jesse was genuinely just like a sperm donor, that's fine, you know, obviously. But they were like in a relationship, and I know Jesse, you know, liked Dina. They were on and off for a while. I don't know. Anyways, it sounds like Dina was really grappling with her sexuality her whole life. And again, I can value that. I totally understand, but it was an interesting writing, just because I was like, all the realistic things were going through my mind. Like, what if Jesse really wants to be a dad though? Like, are they all going to share the baby? Like, I don't know. It was an interesting part of the show. And now Dina's this like flight risk. Like, bitch, you're pregnant. What? You're going to like ruin everything for us. So we'll see. It's crazy though, because when Dina was like throwing up and stuff, not once did I think she would be pregnant. Like, that was a really crazy spin to me. Honestly, I was like not expecting that at all. And also, Dina found these like pregnancy tests in the pharmacy to take. And that's how she found out she was pregnant, right? Most pregnancy tests, like again, this is me being a realist, they've been apocalyptic for, I mean, how many years? Was it like maybe 5+ even? Pregnancy tests usually only have a shelf life of like 2 years. So that was a little bit of a stretch for me. But also like it's okay. It was still a great writing. I was just shocked. So actually I've been watching the show You. The only thing that bothers me about the show in general, and also like it's the last season, so like, I want to watch it and finish it strong. It really is like the same story every season. Like Joe ends up killing someone and then he has to cover it up and then it leads to bigger issues. So like part of it's kind of like, why am I watching this? It's like, it's like the same story we've already talked about. However, it's an interesting twist, especially because this season, his wife, who we saw, last season, his wife has twin sisters, and that was a really interesting spin. In the twin sisters, aka I think it's just one person, but like doubled, kind of like a Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap type of situation. The sisters are definitely, I'm pretty sure, I didn't like IMDb it, but it's the same actress that played the blonde bitch, who was a bitch, in Pitch Perfect. I wish I remembered her name, but so interesting, like, actress pickings. But anyway, it's been a cool dynamic with like what the storyline is. I don't want to ruin that one for you, but if you've watched it, I'd be curious, what your thoughts are. So those are some watches of the week. I haven't read anything recently, not really listening to much. I've honestly just been working really hard on scholarships for our Moment scholarship, which I'll talk about in a second, as well as our SCULPT challenge. That's our brand new 6-week challenge. I'm super fucking excited for that. So let's talk about things that are coming up. Number one, we have new Buff Bunny collection this coming Saturday. This is the Vita collection from Buff Bunny athlete Teresa. So it's very Mexican heritage and culture, which I love. The announcement actually dropped on Cinco de Mayo too, but Teresa is a very proud Hispanic woman, and she, like the way that this collection kind of derives from that, it's so obvious. It's beautiful colors. It's like the colors are literally like Dia de los Muertos. You know what I mean? Like it's so vibrant and fun, and it's giving hacienda, fiesta, feliz cumpleaños, whatever. I was just trying to think of like different Spanish words, honestly, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful collection. We have this brand new Phantom jacket. It's a beautiful like sport jacket. It's so good. I got it in 2 colors. I'm obsessed. We also have some new like bodysuits. We have different seamless coming out. We have beautiful colors. We have our OG legacy legging. We have a beautiful pink, oranges, kind of like this cornflower blue. It's beautiful. Lots of options for anyone in this collection, which is like the best part. There's also the most beautiful pillow tote. I wish I could show you. It's over there in my room. Highly recommend. Like if you're looking for a good tote, this is the tote to get. It's so cute. I got it in the pink color and it's fucking phenomenal. Also very spacious, very big, very practical. A very practical bag. So yeah, that launched on Saturday. You can use code DESB for 10% off. We had new Paragon launch last week. So, if you haven't scooped anything up, go scoop some up. I really did love this last collection. We have new Hydro Jug coming as well. I don't know how much I can tell you guys yet, but we have 5 new colors. We got the new slim cans, the mini cans, like more like a pop ones for like the energy drinks. We have sports. We have travelers, and we have sport all the way up to even like 40-ounce sport all the way down to 20. And I will tell you one cute look that we have a new cherry coming out, like a new cherries one. It's so cute. So yeah, we have a lot of new things coming for Hydro Jug as well. And what else? Oh, Ptula. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. I talk about BetterHelp a lot, seeing as that it's benefited me in the past 2 years. Some people think, maybe, things have to get really bad until you can go to therapy. You're like, I'm not depressed. Why do I need therapy? But really, therapy is a tool to where you're using it before things were to get worse and to avoid being at your lowest low. I don't know about you, but why the fuck
would you want to get to your lowest low before you climb out to the top again, right? BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video and even live chat sessions with your therapist. You don't have to see anyone on your camera. You don't have to wear pants. You don't even have to put on pajamas. You could be naked wherever you're at and do a therapy session with your therapist. So for me personally, I like to put my AirPods in. I'll walk around my desk room. I'll go for a walk outside when it's nice out, whatever it may be. And that's what works for me. It is customizable and it is more affordable than most in-person therapy. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. And girls, don't forget to get on BetterHelp.com/DESB and put in that discount code. If you forget that, you do not get that 10% off your first month. And that is the deal with being a listener of Brunch with DESB.
Ptula, we have new stuff. If you guys shopped the biannual sale last week, let me know what you got. Let me know how you love it. A lot of you guys tried Ptula for the first time and, used my code supporting me. I just want to say thank you so much. Like I take a lot of pride in people trying things, like using my code and trusting my, feedback. What's your favorite bra? What's your favorite legging? Like to use my genuine feedback and like trust that means a lot to me. And so I hope if you guys shop the Ptula sale that you like enjoyed your pieces. If you're a first time Ptula buyer, I hope you got it and you were like shocked. You're like, wow, like this is a great company. I really, really stand by the quality of Ptula. I really do. Like they put a lot into their company and, I just love everything about Ptula. So new Ptula is coming out though too, like new Ptula. It's really good. You guys are going to like it. It's perfect springy. It's fun. Yeah, that's all I think that's all I can say. I don't want to get in trouble with the timeline. I just realized for the past little section that I'm recording, I didn't press record on my mic. So the audio that you will get will be from my camera for a minute here. This is bad. Okay, I'm so sorry that this happened. I usually don't pause and record, but like I did when I had to reset my camera. And when I went to reset my camera, I didn't push record again. So that's on me. So sorry. Enjoy this little section. We have a few more question and answers and we'll carry on like normal.
Watching on YouTube, I might have got cut out for like a minute or two with my camera, so I apologize for that. So anyways, going back to what I want to talk about was our Your Moment scholarship, which I absolutely love. I hope you guys love that little spin on the scholarship name, Your MOMENT. So last day to apply is today. This is a scholarship. We're giving away 4 full ride scholarships for coaching, 3 months nutrition coaching for free. We're also giving away up to 15 partial scholarships. So this includes like a massive discount. It's not free, but it's like heavily discounted so that people can afford it, people can be a part of it, and people can transform. I really wanted to do this for Mother's Day because, as much as I'm putting on for sale, naturally, you guys will see our programs are on sale for moms today. Like, woohoo, whatever. Anyone can run a sale like that, right? But I wanted to be able to give back to you guys also for free. I wanted to give back in a way of what I wish I had as a new mom, Luckily, I had the education. A lot of you guys don't, right? And so how can I be that guiding light? How can my coaches and my team be a guiding light? And we're so excited to be doing the scholarship. So it'll be super awesome. Up to 4 people winning, 15 partials, and more. So like even if you just apply, there are specials that you will get that no one else will. We really value your guys' time in filling this out. So I'm really excited to be announcing the winners of that tomorrow and also be getting back to everyone that applied throughout the week and just giving some feedback and stuff. So if you have any questions over that, please let me know. But today is the last day to apply. On the other hand, our brand new SCULPT challenge is our summer challenge. So this year, we kind of switched up a lot of the way DBFT does calendar, like our calendar here, as well as our program offerings. So going back to the beginning of the year, we started out January with New Year Busy Me instead of a challenge. It was a 4-week program because you don't have to start January 1st. I fucking hate that shit. Then we did our challenge in February, and then we're doing our next one here now in May. It opens in May, we start June 1st. Typically by now, we would have already had 2 of our challenges completed, right? I didn't want to go down that same route. I feel like there needed to be more of a reason to hustle for the spring and into the summer instead of putting everything out there at once, right? Like we need some breathing room. So starting now, we have June 24th into May 24th to 25th. The SCULPT challenge will open. This is replacing our shreds challenge. So it's still fat loss based, still going to be home gym or dumbbell only style of workouts. Like, we have a lot of other information coming too. We have new weekly challenges. I've been really working hard on doing some different type of challenges internally as well. So in our weekly challenges, we have like a mental challenge and a physical challenge. So again, just always encompassing what I believe health and wellness should be, and that's always a balance. So I'm really excited to do it with you guys, as always. And I'm pumped for any of you guys that choose to do it with us. So like we did last challenge, and we're going to do this challenge as well, if you have never ever done DBFT anything before, you don't have an app login, you're not like a user, you've never been, we are giving you guys a additional discount off using the code, quote, new, okay? And again, more details to come on that, but we are opening at the end of May, and our first start date is June 1st. So it is truly a summer program, and I'm very, very excited because this is going to be a really good vibe. Like, I'm super excited. We have so many new faces in our community lately of just fucking cool women, you know? And I always say this, but you know how they say, like, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? If you guys fuck with me, you will fuck with our community, right? Like, you guys will like each other. If you like me, you'll like each other, right? Because if you like me, you're probably going to like the same kind of people I bring in, right? So it's nice because if you're in alignment with me and you feel like, oh yeah, like this is my trainer, this is my girl, then like you're gonna like our community along with it, right? So I'm super excited. Got some other tricks up my sleeve too for the challenge in general, but I'm pumped. So keep it on your radar. So that's really it in terms of what's new. Yeah, honestly, just doing the damn thing, you know. By the way, Olipop actually sent me a package the other week. Of orange cream, like the big cans. This is the mini. Olipop's so fucking good. Like, seriously, I know I said it last week. Poppy fucking sucks. Every time I taste Olipop, I'm like, damn. That's how a prebiotic pop should taste, you know? There is a unique flavor to a probiotic pop, right? It's not gonna taste like Coke. It's not gonna taste like Pepsi. There is a unique taste to it. I think Olipop just like nails it. In terms of other packages too, by the way, I got the brand new Fruit Riot X Olipop. It's like a vintage cola cherry. Oh my god. I fucking love Olipop. Like, forget dessert, forget Oreos, forget candy, forget chocolate, forget popsicles or, you know, ice cream. Fruit Riot is like the best dessert alternative without even, you know, like I don't even want to purposely avoid, like, oh, I don't do ice cream. Like, that's not me. I'm not saying that. But, like, I crave Fruit Riot instead of that shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like candied, like sour grapes. They have pineapple, mango, and then these cherries. The grapes are good, but honestly, mango, underrated. Mango's so good. The biggest thing you gotta do, though, get yourself a little bowl at night. Grab your Fruit Riot out, put it in that bowl, leave it out on the counter, go take your shower, go do your skincare, put the kids to bed, and then come back to it in like 10 to 12 minutes. That's when it's the best, for real, because it is like mushy enough. I have like sensitive teeth though, so if anything's way too cold or anything, like I get like the zingers, you know? Anyone else? Like, am I the only one with sensitive teeth? Like, am I broken? However, Fruit Riot's the best. And the cherries I really like because the cherries with the coating on the outside is kind of a flavor infused / inspired by Olipop's Coca-Cola, or like, you know, their Olipop Cola. So it kind of gives this like cherry Coke, you know, kind of energy. Come on, Addison Rae. And it's not as sour. So I like that. It kind of just tastes like a candied cherry. I love cherries. I fucking love cherries. I will eat cherries any day of the week. Like, cherries are probably one of my favorite fruits. Like, honestly, like, for real. Cherry and banana, like, together. So fucking good. So good. Anyways, that's what's new this week, all right? So let's talk a little bit about motherhood. You know what they say? There ain't no hood like motherhood. I feel like that's, like, super fucked up to say nowadays. I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm just, like, too scared to say anything wrong and, like, be canceled. That's honestly probably true, too. So I wanted to look up a motherhood Q&A. If there's one thing I never thought I would do as a mom that I wish I would have done sooner, it's buying a fucking minivan. Buying a minivan. You guys can ride along in your $100,000 to $120,000 Suburbans and Tahoes and Lincoln Navigators because you have, you know, more than 2 kids and you want a big baddie car. Okay? When I tell you a van is worth every lesser penny, I'm being so fucking for real, okay? Number 1, have you ever tried to drive a big SUV? Kill me. Literally kill me first, okay? I will run over any pedestrian and any pole, and I will curb it every single time. You're like driving a fucking bus, number 1. Number 2, if you have never tried to put 3 kids in a car with multiple rows, you're not ready for this conversation yet, okay? It's not fun, okay? Granted, age limits are different. Age gaps are a little bit different per person, okay, but I'm speaking from, you know, having them kind of back to back. Number 3, have you ever seen a kid open a car and ding the other car next to you because they fucking whipped that door open? Yep, not with a minivan. Not with a minivan. That shit slides right open. You don't even have to worry about a kid dinging up any car or yourself. Trying to, you know, load in groceries plus the kid plus the car seat. If I could do it sooner, I wish I would have bought a minivan 5 years ago. When I knew I was pregnant the first time, that would have been the time to buy a minivan, for real. Knowing that I wanted to have multiple kids for sure. I always said I wouldn't even say I never said I wouldn't drive a van, but I loved more of the idea of like an SUV. It wasn't until I got a van that I'm like, I love you. I love my Lamborghini. I love my Lamborghini, for real. Okay, so here's some questions. My husband and I are expecting our first and just found out it's a boy. What's something you wish people had told you? It can be anything from the things people don't tell you about pregnancy, delivery, hospital stay, must-have registries, tip, tricks for being a boy mom. Honestly, first off, don't buy a lot of daily clothes. Like, don't buy a lot of cute outfits that you're like, oh, they'll look so cute in this on a random Tuesday, I'm going to get them dressed. You won't. You won't. My kids, they're kiddos and they wear pajamas almost all day, every day. You know, invest in nice pajamas. Okay? Sound machine, we've had the same Hatch since Maddox was a baby. It's great. I love the Hatch Plus too. Definitely do the Hatch Plus, but sound machine, portable sound machine, just get a little one you can like clip onto your backpack, keep charged. And definitely make sure that you have like a 3-tiered cart for every level of your house. So we have one like in the basement and one on the main level. This always has on there like burp rags, boogie wipes, teethers, pacifiers, wipes, Desitin, any type of, you know, lotion, stuff like that, Aquaphor. And on the second tier, we always do like the diapers. And in this case, we have like Archie diapers, which by the way, he's potty trained. We have not had a diaper in over a week. And then we had Evie diapers. On the bottom, we typically would have like slippers, maybe a few toys, maybe a few books. Okay? Life-changing to have them. Just like organized. They're not just like fucking everywhere on the floor. It's a nice place to just make sure you have everything. You can restock it. It feels nice. It's therapeutic to do. Other than that, I feel like as a boy mom, it really doesn't differentiate until they're like older. Like even Evie right now, she's a girl, I would not know. Like besides wiping and cleaning a vagina versus a penis, there's no different between like being a boy mom and a girl mom until they're like of age to be a boy and a girl. Does that make sense? Like they're just a baby. They're a baby, right? Other than like you can dress them in like pink and like blue or whatever you want. But there's not a lot of other boy mom things until, you know, they get old enough where they can like take their penis out and like pee on a tree, and then you have to explain to them that they can only do it at this tree on our property and not in public, or, you know, those are kind of funny things, but again, that more so comes with age. So I feel like as like a new mom, there's that. Something I wish people told me, definitely about delivering the placenta. As a first time mom, I didn't understand that you also had to like deliver the placenta. And I also had no idea about postpartum contractions. I wish someone would have told me about those. The same with the devil's massage. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up, all right? When did you decide to hire / let someone other than family or friends babysit your kids? What age do you think a babysitter should be? I got help with Maddox when he was 15 months old, so a year and a half. This was in-home help, so I wasn't like sending him anywhere, and I was also in the home with. As long as you screen that person correctly and you have like trust in them, I don't think you need to like wait longer. The thing for me would be making sure that whoever was with them appropriately. And I liked to make sure that there was like more communication that could be had, where if anything ever happens at any point, they would be communicating that with me. Obviously hoping that would never ever happen, but, you know, making sure you're asking, like, you know, if they say, oh yeah, they touched me today, it's like, okay, can you explain or can you show me where? I want to be able to communicate that, right? Young kids, they don't know, and they can barely talk. So that was something for me that I wanted to make sure that when I did bring in help to the house, Maddox could at least communicate a little bit with me. But it wasn't a make or break. There are plenty of people who have to get help before their kids can talk, like, duh. But just making sure you're screening that person that appropriately. I think for someone to be of age to like babysit, it depends. Like, I think like a little date night, you know, I would totally trust maybe with my kids' age now. I would totally trust maybe like a high school senior to come over and sit with the kids for 2 hours if Wyatt and I wanted to go see a movie. On the opposite end, if it was a longer night or something like that, I don't trust anyone without a frontal lobe. I'm sorry, I don't. You don't get it until you are there, and that would be more important to me. But again, beggars can't always be choosers, so it's all about screening whoever you have, bringing them in your home, and setting expectations and boundaries. What has been the hardest period of motherhood for you, and how did you deal with it? I feel like my hard right now is relative just to their age. Now, I think the hardest has been going to 3 kids. It was so difficult timing-wise. Like, there was genuinely not a break in the day. And that was really hard for me to balance at first. Just understanding how to, I don't want to say like how to do it all, but like, yeah, what do my days look like? What does my schedule kind of look like? And as Evie's gotten older, I've fallen into more routine, and so has she. And so that's been super helpful. But the hardest period of postpartum was probably this fall and winter, which also sucks because, you know, I live in Michigan. Fall and winter is hard always. Like, it's just so hard on me mentally. And then to throw in a postpartum in the mix of it, it was just really difficult. In November, we were able to go live with, I say live because it was 2 weeks. We stayed with my father-in-law for 2 weeks. He lives in Orlando. That was a really nice getaway, and I think we might do that again this year if we can. Now, the thing that sucks is that Maddox is going to be in Archie and Evie, you know, in a few years, they'll all be in school. So you can't just take your kids out for weeks at a time. So I'm going to have to really figure out how the fuck I'm going to get through a winter and a fall, because it just ruins me. Fall, not so much. Obviously, fall is fun, but I feel like after Thanksgiving, I go downhill until probably my birthday. So December to April, don't count on me for anything, for real. Now, the one thing I do think will be difficult in the future is like letting go of my kids. I think seeing them go into the school system, into the educational system, and losing them to those, you know, full days of school. It's like they're going to a job Monday through Friday. That hurts me, honestly, like to think about. I don't want to say never, but like never plan / never want to. I don't want to homeschool. I don't. You know, at one point I thought about it because I think it was like that creeping fear of like losing my kids. But at the end of the day, like, no, I don't want to homeschool. Knowing that that's a chapter that I'm going to have, you know, letting them go in that way is really scary. And I think we can all, you know, as parents, we can all slip into like those intrusive thoughts of school and safety. And that's scary. And I think, you know, I'm not much of a prayer right now. Prayer. But I think I'm going to be praying a fucking lot when my kids start going off and doing stuff by themselves, honestly. That's when I'm probably going to find God again. And also when I say God, whatever that person is for me, I don't know who my God is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it God? Is it my normal Jesus?
Okay, I like this one. If you had to choose one parenting mantra for yourself, what would it be? Obviously, first things first, I'm first. Like, hands down, that is probably one thing that whenever I start to feel a little bit of guilt or worry, you know, am I doing enough? Will my kids, you know, be mad that I'm showering before I put them down for bed? Like, I always say, first things first, I'm first. And I am always so much more of a patient and great mom when I get to take care of myself. Like, if I don't get my workout in, you know, like that stresses me out. If I don't do this, if I don't do that, like, it shows, and my kids see that. And so I know where I need to put myself first. And that is 100% my mantra, and my own, you know, personal mantra, that I love and that I will tell everyone. Okay. What are you most proud of in your motherhood journey? Honestly, for me, I think the biggest thing I'm proud of is truly like my perseverance in it. You know, having my first baby in COVID, which a lot of us did out there, but then take that, having my first baby, then also, you know, be a premature NICU baby, thinking my body kind of failed me. You know, I'm supposed to be this like health person, and I'm supposed to even, you know, quote, have this healthy pregnancy, and I didn't. That was a lot on me. You know, it made me feel in some way like a failure, right? And so then, you know, here I get pregnant again to redeem myself, and then boom, Archie, I have a fucked up anatomy scan. And again, it was just like, why me? Like, I'm supposed to be healthy. My kids are supposed to be healthy. I say that loosely, you know, it's like, why me? You know, whatever. And so, but I kept showing up, and I knew, quote, knew things would be okay, right? I'm like, I got this. We got this. Now, here they are, 2 healthy kids, right? Amazing. And then with Evie, I trusted everything, and I trusted myself so fiercely, and it was so healing. And I think I'm just most proud of that. I'm most proud of just, you know, doing it again, right? And not being scared to do it again. And it led to just the most beautiful outcome. I mean, I'm telling you guys, like, if I could go back and like give birth to Evie again, minus the pain that I was in, getting to the hospital and before a spinal block, like, I really thought I was going to die. Like, it was so fucking bad. But besides that pain, and like once it was under control, I really had the most beautiful birthing experience. I would do it all over again, you know? So like, I'm most proud of myself for that. I'm most proud of myself for like continuing to show up. Okay, so I wanted to finish with these 2 questions, because I think if you're a mom to be, or even moms of multiple, you know, about to split your heart in half with other kiddos. First question, when did you realize you wanted to have a baby? I really didn't even know I wanted to be a mom until probably I kind of met Wyatt / like, call it maybe a year into our relationship, right? I turned 20, turned 21. I'm starting to just kind of picture the future with this man. And I think I, you know, kind of realized that I wanted to have kids. And also I knew that he wanted to have kids. From the beginning of Wyatt and I's relationship, he always said he wanted 3. And I always argued 2. I think I said 2, number 1, because I knew I wanted my baby to have a sibling, but also like my first baby to have a sibling. But also I said 2, thinking of just like, I think like the fear of carrying them. knowing that like having more than two would, like, that's a lot, you know, having one is one, having two, like, no offense, like, okay, two, having more than two, like, you start to get up there, like your body has then done this multiple times, right? And so I always said two. Well, then, you know, obviously we went on three, but I didn't really know I wanted to become a mom till like that 20, maybe 2021 type of age, in meeting the person who I would want as their dad. You know, even I think previously of like guys that I had dated, I don't think I ever once thought of being a mom with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never wanted kids. I mean, literally, I begged my mom for a hysterectomy as a teenager. I did not want kids. My goal, genuinely, since 8th grade, me and my best friend at the time, we always told each other that we were going to adopt children from China. I don't know why. I don't know why China specifically. I think it's because during that time, maybe the iPhone was like invented, and like we wanted to like save kids from sweatshops. That sounds crazy, but like that was probably the inkling of like that idea of China. So I always had a heart for like adoption, and I still do, but not something that I ever thought about having like kids of my own. So to be at a point in your life where maybe you like don't even know if you want kids yet, I think is completely fair. And in sometimes, you know, maybe you like don't know until you know, and then it happens and you're like, wait, I do want this. You know, there's plenty of different emotions that go through that when you find that out, right? Last question I wanted to answer, someone asking like, was it instant love or was it gradual? And I think for all of my children, it was instant love for me. If there was anything like with Maddox, it was gradual only because of like shock. When he came out and like I saw him, like he was 32 weeks and, or I'm sorry, 31 weeks, 5 days. And I remember like looking at him and like for some reason I was 31 weeks, but I still kind of thought that he was like just like a blob. Like I didn't even picture to push out a baby, you know, like I was just so out of body, and I will never forget that feeling. And so when they put him up to my chest for like a second, like, hey, here's baby. The nurses took a few photos with my phone because again, COVID. And I remember like kind of touching his head and just being like, oh my God. And then he was taken away from me. And then I didn't see him again for about 8 hours. So even during that time, like, you know, I was like, wait, I don't have like a baby belly. You know, I'm processing what just happened so fast that, you know, once I saw him and I was able to touch him for the first time and his little hand going just around like the top of my finger, then it was like instant, right? But like technically, it's not like he came out and I was like, oh my God, I'm so in love, right? Like I just was shocked. But there's plenty of other people that it is gradual. You know, it's a huge, not just change in your life, but like it's a huge hormone drop. A lot of things are happening postpartum. I mean, immediately physiologically with the body. And so to see your baby and kind of just be like, oh, you know, that's not abnormal. You know, it's totally normal and totally fine and nothing to feel insecure about or embarrassed about feeling. Tons of people are just kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of don't like my baby. I mean, I know someone who went through such terrible postpartum depression for the first year, untreated, you know, just kind of a new mom, didn't know that this was abnormal. And she didn't even want to hold her baby and like be a part of her baby's life. And it's not because she was a bad mom. It was because she was an unsupported mom. And so, you know, now she looks back with such regret and, you know, terrible conscious of like not being a part of her baby's first life because she was just so mentally absent. But, you know, she's come to forgive herself. And I think us as her support system have always told her like, girl, like you are doing a great job. You were just unsupported, right? Not a bad mom, just an unsupported mom. And that's not fair, you know? And so she uses her story now to anyone that she knows that gets pregnant, you know, she shares that with them. And it's a very vulnerable thing to share. Hey, I fucking hated my kid the first year, you know, it's a lot. And so being a mom is a lot, and it's so special, and it's so hard, but it's so special, but it's so hard. It's such a crazy roller coaster. And, you know, you'll always see moms complaining. You'll see moms being like, oh, I'm fucking tired today. I'm tired of the kids yelling. I'm overstimulated. I'm touched out. You will see that. And let me tell you, it is 100% valid for them to voice that. It is okay for a mom to fucking complain. That does not correlate at all to the amount of love that she has for her kids. If anything, when you see a mom talking like that, and you know that mom personally, right? I want you to ask yourself, how can I support that mom? How can I support my sister? How can I support my cousin? How can I support my sister-in-law? How can I, whoever that woman is to you, if you have the audacity to talk shit about her complaining, then I want you to have the then I want you to have the fucking brain to ask how you can support her. Okay? Because when you hear moms complaining, in most cases, I say complaining, that's a cry for help. They need support. They need a break. They need a way to put themselves first. They just need a shower by themselves. They need to go to the grocery store without the kids in tow. Ask yourself how you can support a mom today, okay? And a lot of times people think that like gifts and things, they have to like cost money. They have to be monetary. Just offer your time. The best Mother's Day gifts that you can get for anyone is, hey, let me come pick up all your laundry baskets. I'm going to put your laundry in my car and I'm going to take it home and I'm going to do it and I'm going to fold it for you. That you guys don't realize, and I say guys, I'm not talking just like male, you guys, whoever, you guys don't realize the amount of love that shows to us as moms, to those as caregivers, right? Whatever capacity of caregiver you are, that means so much. So don't go into Mother's Day or any fucking day and think, oh, in order for my wife to be happy, in order for my girlfriend to be happy, my sister to be happy, I always have to buy her a gift. Probably not. You probably just need to fucking listen. You need to be aware, and you need to create an awareness of how you can support this person. For real, because I would take that type of support over a monetary gift any day. All right? I hope that's helpful. Hope you guys are looking forward to summer on the horizon. Moms, if you're momming out there today, stay mom and stay golden. Thanks for bearing with me for today's episode. I promise I love doing what I do. I don't want to say I've gotten lazy with the podcast. I just feel like my brain has kind of been like fried. And like I said, I just forgot to push record at the time. So sorry for that little bit of fucked up audio there, but I hope that you still enjoyed it. So, okay. Love ya. Mwah. See you next week, guys.